is Sports Chill TV. We are talking MTV The Challenge, Total Madness. I am here with our host, Paul, and KB, the legend. Shout out to Zach Grace. He's got it all. Justin wasn't found. We just brought him in. Lickety snip. Let's go. Challenge episode 7, I believe. Paul, what do we got?
Yeah, shout out Zach Grace, possible nephew of Mark Grace, alleged, not confirmed. So episode 7. Last week sucked because there was no elimination challenge. This week, if we're gonna be honest, not much better. It seems like they're just trying to drag this out and add episodes. But started out with house nonsense. The only thing that I really have for before we get into the nominations is just how wrong Nelson is about everything all the time.
I've always disliked Nelson, but this episode really took it to another level for me personally.
I feel so bad for Corey because he's just he's just forever linked to Nelson, and I think there's been 3 times already now where he's just oh my God, it's so tough being associated with Nelson. Can he just shut up? So
yeah,
I feel
and
bad.
if Corey's the likable one, that's when you know you have a problem.
And quick little mini errands of grievances. I have a problem with the producers of this show. I didn't even know if Maddie was still on. Is she on the show or not?
Apparently she is. I did some research.
Not only did she not speak, I think she was 0 seconds of camera. They had wide shots of the whole nomination process. Didn't see her once.
Never saw her.
We start off the episode. Nelson goes nuts. He apologizes to Anissa. Then 3 seconds later, he calls Kayla a slut.
So she got fucked in a porta potty.
I can't believe that he genuinely doesn't see anything wrong. He apologizes, says I'm gonna start being treating women better, and this was really inappropriate, and I'm so sorry. And then literally the next, I think one other person spoke, and he's like, Kayla, you're a giant whore.
Yeah, you got banged out in a porta potty and you're gross.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So clearly Nelson stinks. Let's move on from that because it's just very crass. Nelson's just very crass.
Yeah. Unspeakably.
So
nominations.
Crass. Yeah. So nominations.
Tori volunteers because she's just an eager beager. And I did laugh out loud when Kayla, after Nelson yelled at Kayla, and Kayla was like, "Oh, Nelson is so dumb." It's Kayla, pot meat kettle. You're the dumbest person on the planet Earth.
No, you know what? There's a lot of stupidity in that house, a lot of it. But Nelson thinking that Anissa threw a challenge on a girls' day really tops it all. It really just tops it all. Yeah. It's unspeakably the dumbest thing I've ever heard. What? That's me being. That's being James, you purposely poured a cup of milk wrong and spilt it everywhere. It's I did not mean to do that. Clearly did not mean to do that.
Unless you were trying to avoid heartburn.
Of course.
Precisely. That's an inside joke. That happens. Tori gets nominated, and then there's just a bunch of more drama going on in the house, right?
We got night out. We had a great night out segment.
Okay, yeah, go on.
Can I bring up something before we get into the obvious drama? I would like to bring up Big T. Going up to Jordan and being and Jordan being I'm sorry you felt that way, whatever. I don't understand how she still thinks he messed up on the challenge when she fucked up.
Bailey.
That was Bailey,
Bailey.
Not Big
Shit.
T.
Sorry, Bailey.
Although I would love to drag Big T through the mud, but that was Bailey. She's the worst.
Are you kidding me? Big T is an angel. Big T is an angel. Bailey is the worst. Bailey is literally the worst. Her husband, Swaggy C, or whatever the heck his name.
Big T started crying because she got nominated by the tribunal. She didn't even get put into the elimination. She was just one of the three
Also,
names.
like, you're a rookie. What did you expect?
Maybe she's playing it perfectly.
Weeping.
How about you leave Big T alone? Okay? She's an angel. She's a beautiful soul.
Big T is officially on Team Randazzo.
Yes.
You're drafting her.
I'm drafting her with like an early 6th, 7th round pick, though. It's not like
when the cast gets smaller, we'll do like a round robin snake draft. When it gets down to like 12 people, we'll all take 4.
Cool.
Okay, that sounds like a production meeting. Let's get to the actual episode.
No.
Okay.
All right, yeah, the night out segment.
Yes.
The best segments ever. Casey and Nani.
Yes. Now Casey's big brother, I think. She is she has a girlfriend at home. And she flirts with Nani, and Nani's flirting back. And
does anybody know what her job in the real world is?
Casey?
No. Yeah, is she like a motorcycle mechanic or like a professional roller derby player?
I don't know. Leave her alone.
I feel like her and Maddie could fuck shit up on a roller derby rink.
Oh, absolutely.
All right. Yeah, because they used to have that episode. All right, so Nani and Casey are flirting. Nani goes to the bathroom. It looks like they're going to be hooking up. And, of course, Anissa tries to stop it because Anissa knows what's good in life. And Nani throws a temper tantrum like she's my 12-year-old cousin who didn't get the pink starburst. Freaks out. Calls Anissa all these things that she doesn't mean because when Nani gets drunk, it's been like season 35 or whatever, that she's just going to go into a tornado and take every single person down. Obviously, we got the pirate Kyle going like, ooh, I love this. I'm sick of him. I'm sick of that bald-headed nobody, all right?
He's the Irish dude, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the worst. And then we have Wes sitting there doing his thing. Nani embarrassed herself once again. Her, Kayla, and Jenna are literally in shambles at the time. Everybody's like, look at these 3 morons. But I don't know. What's your thoughts on the whole Nani situation, KB?
So I think that I get Anissa maybe saying something, but I also think to a certain point, like, you don't need to get involved in these things. And this is the one thing I have to say. Listen, obviously Nani's wrong in this, but I do want to play a little bit of devil's advocate. And if you guys are that close friends, why are you going and talking to Casey? Like, go up to Nani and be like, hey, Nani, I don't think you want to do this. Instead, Nani just hears her friend talking, like, in her mind, shit about her to someone else. Like, she was completely wrong and she was so drunk. But to a certain point, like, Anissa, like, just stay out of it.
Awful take. Nani was hammered.
I know. I'm not denying that.
Anissa should have just bear hugged her, slung her over her shoulder, and carried her back to the bunker.
I'm just saying, I'm not saying Nani was right. Nani was, I have before seen like a few girls like that. It's insane. But Anissa, to a certain extent, should have either talked to Nani or kept out of it.
I agree with Krista if it's like the real world. However, on the challenge, just say nothing.
Yeah.
Let Nani hook up or get shut down by Casey. Who cares?
Right, like Casey wasn't even going to hook up with her. So it's like, why did this whole thing happen?
Exactly. It's why when you're in the challenge, you say as little as possible at all times.
Nani was clearly a mess. She's fighting with Jenna, her best friend. Jenna's like, she's like, what happened? She's like, whatever. And she's like, Jenna's talking about, like, she's so drunk she can't even understand what's going on.
Oh, that was so great when she asked Jenna what happened and then started yelling at her for blowing it out of proportion.
Yeah.
That
was so funny.
Yeah, and then going back to what you were saying about Jordan and Bailey. Yeah. Jordan's like the way he tries to prove to Bailey that he didn't throw it. He's like I did it. He's like, I went as fast as I could, and he was like, I just couldn't figure out I'm just bad at puzzles. I'm just dumb. Like,
why is he defending himself? But why
Again,
is he defending himself? Like, Bailey,
just say
you
nothing.
didn't get the piece. Like, I just don't understand how she doesn't understand that. Like, the reason him and Nani won is because Nani got the piece and you didn't get the piece.
Correct. Even
If Jordan went
exactly.
the exact same speed both times, they still would have lost because Bailey didn't get the piece.
So then dovetailing that into one of my favorite parts of the episode was Swaggy C, that idiot, talking about Bailey. And he's like,
Oh, yes.
yeah, like me and Bailey, like, we're each other's number one. She's my rock, da-da-da-da-da. And like, after she completely loses her mind and explodes, she's a very reasonable person.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
What does that mean?
Yeah. It means
He's like, she's so sweet. And, honestly, she's great, except for those times when she literally blows up for absolutely no reason and like destroys our entire house. But then she comes back and she's an angel.
Yeah. When she's not completely volatile and destroying everything in sight, she's a lovely person.
Yeah. Yeah. And sorry about the setting change. I was outside. It goes, your phone is too hot. I guess.
I thought it was murder hornets, so that's a relief.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know where we really landed on that other stuff, but I'm glad that we got off of that because this entire episode was just all drama. We don't get
all drama.
Any of the challenges.
Well, I thought the purgatory thing was good. I thought that was a good elimination challenge.
Purgatory was great, but I have a bone to pick because
hold on before we go.
Yeah.
We still have James. Do you have any thoughts on Swaggy C and Bailey?
Oh yes.
They stink out loud.
Yeah. All right. We're all in agreement on that. Laugh out loud moment of the episode. REM, everybody hurts. 'Cause everybody hurts.
I was dying.
So funny. The soundtrack of this season, we've gotten Limp Bizkit. We now have REM. I still never looked up who wrote that other song. I think it was Jewel.
I did not either, but that was your running guess.
Okay, so yeah, Bailey and Swaggy C stink. I mean, the music, yes. The music at music television station should be pretty good. Sure. I mean, that's literally their job. So literally, they had one job and they're doing it correctly.
I guess, but like this is like
no. Let's
like
get
I like it because I laugh at it. Like I couldn't imagine anybody taking that seriously.
Yes, Paul. Paul, we get it. You love the sound.
Tribunal. Three girl names.
Yes. D.
James, what were they?
Oh.
They were D. What's her name? Not Bailey, the other girl. My girl.
This is your girl.
The girl
you just drafted her in the 6th round.
I'm sorry, my phone was on fire, and I'm a little bit. Big T, T, and then it was. Yeah, fine. Okay, so everybody thinks that Jenna's gonna be a layup. No. This is what we have to do. Before that, wasn't it Zach? Did we get the Zach phone call before?
No, the Zach phone call's after the tribunal.
It is.
Everybody has a fit. Yeah. Jordan sends in D because Jordan's like, whatever. She didn't do this thing. Smart move by him.
Yeah.
Also, she has a skull. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
And again,
D crying was the dumbest shit I've ever seen. You saw Jay get thrown in.
She's an alpha. She's an alpha.
She saw Jay get thrown in 3. No, I actually really liked D, but her crying, like, you have a skull. You know you're going to get voted in. Like, stop fucking crying.
She's not crying. She's intimidating. She's like
Big T was the one that was crying. D was just
D was throwing a temper tantrum around the house. She's like, I can't believe they're going to vote me in.
Which goes back to my original Anissa strategy of just shut your mouth. You have a red skull. You're one of the better women in the bunker. You like. You really think Jordan?
Why wouldn't you want her out?
Tori had already volunteered herself in. So do you really think Jordan is going to nominate you to put you into the challenge against his fiance?
Right.
Well, you're like the strongest girl in the bunker.
You also have to remember, like, I know these people are going insane. They're in a bunker.
No, I know.
Like,
they don't have.
It gets really stressful
to begin with. And
listen. There's hot people running around everywhere. They're their horny scale is at a 10 out of 10, and they're angry, and they're just seeing all these attractive people around them. They're going nuts, and they
They're
don't want to
being
be
fed booze, nothing but booze,
Yes, exactly, nothing but gruel and omelets,
and like
and
no,
And
like,
the bar that they go to is just like a basement, like bomb
Yeah.
shelter. So
yeah, it's like literally probably stored like Soviet nukes back in like
Okay,
the
so
80s.
basically, it was all a ruse. Everybody knew that if Jenna wanted to go in or Nani wanted to go in, that they were gonna go in. D is a little baby, but like that's just
Bless you.
television for you.
Thank
That's
you.
just television for you.
And I don't like Jordan at all. I think he looks like the bad guy from Gangs of New York. And brilliant move. He put D in just to get a rise out of her. Absolutely got a rise out of her. Had her run around the house like an idiot. Had zero chance of ever going into the elimination challenge. And it's just like chipping away at their mental sanity.
Yeah, exactly, precisely.
Yeah.
That's something that, and like we didn't get a lot of Bananas and West this episode, but like that's what they've been doing the entire
I was
time.
gonna
to
say
every
that's
single
a
person.
page right out of Johnny Bananas' books. He one season brought handwritten notes that his sister wrote, being like, "Don't trust the other girls. Like, all the girls are talking about you behind your back. They're
That's
not your
next
friends."
level.
And he would slip them under the pillow so all the girls saw each other, and they were blowing up, going insane.
Yeah, he's Greg
See, like,
Popovich.
say what you want about Bananas, but Wes would never be able to pull something like that off.
No, he's Greg Popovich meets
Wes
Bill
would like
Belichick.
think of that. He'd get like 2 steps into the process, and then he'd get like frustrated and just explode on someone.
Okay, so now let's get to the biggest P word of all time, Zach. He calls Jenna. He's like, Jenna, I found stuff from 2 years ago. Meanwhile, this guy is 6'5", 225 pounds, Adonis, and he's crying about
According to Jenny, he's been sticking it in anything with a pulse while they weren't together. So it's
Yeah.
not like while they were on breaks, he was like at the seminary studying scripture.
Right. Yeah, we'll break down the Bible soon.
Although,
yeah.
With this all being said, I'm not trying to justify Zach, but like, let's be real. That Jenna definitely cheated on him. Like,
here's my
the
thing.
sun rises in the east. You have to pay taxes every year, and everybody dies. And Jenna
I disagree.
cheated on Zach.
I disagree.
I don't think Gina cheated. I don't think she cheated.
Dude,
I think that something happened when they were on a break, and she didn't tell him about it. And that
She probably said some outrageous things in the DM, which every single guy or girl does.
He went through her DMs and probably just saw a menagerie of dick pics.
Right. And honestly, good for her.
Just a full cornucopia.
Also,
every shape, size, everything.
2 years ago, I'm sorry, like after all the shit he's put her through, he's gonna go through shit from 2 years ago and bring it up. I don't give a fuck what happened 2 years ago.
Chicks do that. That's chick stuff. You're not a chick,
yeah,
are you?
Zach's a chick. Zach's a chick.
Good talk. I'll see you out there. Like,
yeah, I don't even want to get into it. He's fucking with her brain. Oh, I do actually have one thing though. Why is Jenna the only person who gets to call home? Like, Kayla,
I think she's probably the only one. Oh
Kayla's
yeah,
actively cheating on her boyfriend.
Yeah, I don't think she wants to call home.
I doubt. She probably
I'm saying,
told
like, you
her
don't think
boyfriend,
anyone
like,
else wants to call their significant
No. Here's the thing. Again, we have to remember that this is a TV show, and they break the third wall all the time. They're like, "Ooh, this will be juicy." Zach's upset, so then they send it in. I'm sure they try to do other things, but like this is the thing. Like they're scripting the show.
But Chris is right. I would love like 2 to 4 minutes of Kayla and whatever sad sack she's dating / engaged to, who's just getting cucked on national television.
Bananas dates a girl who was on the show. She was on like one season. She's from Big Brother. And he negotiated when he came on the show. He said, my relationship will not be a storyline because his girlfriend dated Jay. And he was like, if you're going to try and make this whole, like, make a storyline about her dating Jay, like, my relationship is like, this is a show and that's my relationship and I'm not going to talk about it on the show.
Yeah, she was great. What was her name again?
Morgan.
Oh, Jay is such a goddamn ladies man.
Well, so that's the thing. If you're Johnny Bananas or you're CT or you're somebody like Jordan, like you can be like, no, this isn't happening.
Right.
Jenna, that was
Jenna's
like
been
honestly
on a lot of seasons. They
Yeah.
really like her.
I really have a question. Like, if you're that hot and Zach's hot, let's just call a spade a spade.
He's a hunk.
Why? Why are you that insecure? Why are you that insecure?
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Okay, so let's get to the actual thing.
Yeah.
Tori, Jenna nominates herself because she's like, screw it. Either I'm going home to see Zach's pansy ass.
Genius move.
Hey.
She's like, honestly, let's leave it up to God.
Genius move A, because of her reasoning. Just like, I either get a red skull and I'm qualified for the final, or I go home and I wasn't meant to be here. Second reason, it's a brilliant move. If things don't work out with Zach, her and TJ might be able to get together. He was fully impressed.
Sorry, there was a bug attacking me.
Murder Hornet?
I would love Jenna and TJ to start dating. Although she is engaged to Zach in real life.
TJ has a wife.
I love TJ.
TJ, do you know TJ's? Let's just do a segment called TJ Appreciation.
Okay.
The guy is the best person on the show by far.
Yep.
He has a place in Vegas. I mean, in Nevada. It's a
Nevada.
legitimate. It's like a house of. He has a park in the background. He brings over all these BMXer, all these celebrities. He's like Rob Dyrdek, but without the show. So he's an unbelievable guy.
Wow, Throwback, an incredible show.
I think we could probably get him on the show. Let's start getting cast members on the show soon. We'll start slow, but TJ will be our guy that we'll eventually get. He's an absolute gem of a human, so we could probably reach out to him.
Negotiating a contract. Well, he's like, yeah, I'll come and host it, but I'm going to go in a tank. I'm going to blow up something. I'm going to drive a monster car up or something.
I'm going to make it as radical as possible.
Yeah.
Well, he said I've listened to interviews with TJ, and he said he basically gets his own mansion where his wife comes half the time, and the other half of the time all of his boys come, and they just chill. So that's the life that you want to live. Yeah. You get to host
I mean, he's just so goddamn gnarly. I can't.
He's the coolest man on earth. He's the coolest man on earth. Okay, and then so Jenna has the frustration of 1,000 murder hornets because of Zach.
A whole swarm of them. I loved when she was like, "Don't give me an ultimatum," or like whatever it's called.
Yeah.
It's like, Jenna, god damn it. Read a book for me one time.
Jenna, it's called Old Tomato. Come on. We all know this. Okay, so we get to the thing. And you know what? Jordan's freaking out because Jordan is, Jordan's Jordan, and it's fine. His girl's in there. He does as best as he can. Yeah. Tori tries her hardest. Jenna is literally an insane person.
Well, I think everyone forgets.
All right, hold on. Before James gives the entire thing away, you want to talk about what the challenge was, what they had to do?
Everybody saw it. It was wheelbarrows. What did you think of it?
I thought it was good.
I think it was a good challenge because,
I thought it was a good challenge.
Jen, it's not brute strength. It's like kind of like a combination of things. So it really was anyone's game. But I think people forget. People were like, "Oh, Jenna, whatever." People forget. Like, she's a fucking beast. Like
Barbie
she's
beast.
And
the Barbie beast.
She is with Zach.
Good. She's good. So people were like so surprised because Tori's good, but people forget like in Jenna's prime, she was a monster.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's why
she had an all-time line before it started. She had an all-time Jenna line before it started, where she was like, "I'm not going to be an easy win," and then she had to like look around to the producers and was like, "Did I say that right? Is that the right saying?" I'm not going to be.
She's not the brightest.
I am going to be an easy. Wait, what? Jenna, just strap that helmet on, girl. Let's go break some shit.
Yeah, exactly. So the best thing that Zach ever did was pissing her off because there's 0% chance that a normal Jenna versus a normal Tori wins that elimination. But she had that going for her, and she
was
won.
Going
and
crazy. Yeah.
And then we had Jordan with the biggest. I mean, it was sad. Like, you know what? I get very emotional right now when I'm watching TV. I watched Real Steel yesterday, and I almost cried about robots fighting each other. The kid's name was Charlie, though, so it hit hard. It hit home. Shout out to the
I cry
captain.
at Wall-E every time I see it if it makes you feel better.
Listen,
you both should be ashamed of yourselves.
I don't really like Jordan and Tori because they just they just won, like, whatever. They were looking for Tori to get her win. But then I realized how much I really do love Tori because she was just so upset and she was just like a puppy, just like upset that she disappointed her boy. And
But also she was so happy for Jenna, and like she's done that, like
she's the best. She's the best.
She really does have like real lasting friendships. And when Jenna was hugging her bye and was like, please just call him, like, please let him know I'm okay, like, please, like, just calm him down and talk him off a ledge, like, I'm here for us. Like, that was such like a sweet moment. And honestly, I'm fucking happy for Jenna. I hope she wins. You know what? I'm sorry. I'm drafting Jenna. I don't care. I'm drafting Jenna.
All right, that's fine. And that's what we'll do to start.
Because I hope she wins the whole thing.
That's what we'll do to start the next episode. We'll do a draft. The three of us will do a draft. And we'll pick out our players. So we have.
Sounds like more of a production meeting.
All right, and the last thing we have is rapid fire. So
nope.
Nope,
we're not done yet.
Go ahead.
You guys want to throw on some tinfoil hats because I have a conspiracy theory.
Ooh.
I think Zach's doing this shit on purpose to motivate Jenna while she's in the bunker. I think it's a whole deep fake.
Wow.
He's telling all of her friends. He's telling all of her friends back home that he went through her DMs and that he wants to break up with her, so that he just gets this like hornet's nest of activity, gets Jenna seeing red, and then she goes and does stuff like absolutely destroy Tori in the purgatory.
I'm interested to see how this keeps to work out, but it's an interesting theory. I will.
I think it's the most insane thing in the entire world to do that to somebody you love.
There's crazier theories.
if a girl did that to you, you'd be pissed. But if you won $1 million, you'd be less pissed.
That's true. But you know what? The best thing that ever happened. The best thing that ever happened to Bananas and Wes was Tori getting eliminated, because they are one or two people getting eliminated from owning the entire thing.
They need to get rid of Jenny, and that's basically it. I mean, they're allied with D, right?
Yeah, because they were partners. But they need to get rid of Jordan.
Really for real there.
They need to get rid of Jordan.
But Jordan doesn't have the numbers.
He's gone next week. Everybody hates him.
No, but he's going to keep on winning because it's Jordan.
He's really good.
Well, he's got to be in every tribunal, or he's going to go to purgatory.
Dude, do you remember? You didn't watch last season. Jordan won like 7 elimination challenges. Yeah. He's smarter than everyone. He's better than everyone. The only thing he doesn't have over his opponents is 10 fingers.
Does he only have What is he, a Simpsons character?
Every episode.
Hey, listen. I like Jordan. I respect him, but like, listen. If I was in there, people would be like, "Oh yeah, the guy who's doesn't run a fast 40." That would be me. He has 8 fingers.
So, Krista, I also have a question for you.
Yeah.
Let's say you are Tori.
Okay.
You're in the purgatory elimination against Jenna.
Yes.
And your boyfriend.
My boyfriend talked to me like that.
Is up on the balcony, literally having a conniption.
Yeah. I personally would have turned and said, if you say one more fucking word to me, I swear to God, I will purposely lose this and I will go home and I will burn your house to the ground. But I don't that must be like how they motivate each other, because like
it is.
My boyfriend would never in a million years even try to speak to me like that, because he knows I would literally stab him with a butter knife.
It is such a weird dynamic. And like I wrote down like I don't mind Tori. And I don't mind Jordan. Like, he looks like a clown and a blacksmith from, like, the 1830s. But, like, whatever. He's like, knows what he's doing. He knows how to play the game. Like, he's not a complete idiot. But when they're together, I just don't like either. I just don't like either of them. They just seem like two, like, overly eager, afraid to be alone. Like, hey, let's push each other. But, like.
No, and I see what you're saying. But also at the same time, it's kind of refreshing. It's kind of refreshing to see. No. It's kind of refreshing to see.
It's hard to understand. Yeah.
It's refreshing to see two people care. And I know this is a little soft of me but they are legitimately rocks for each other, and they would do anything for each other. And the same thing with Bailey and Swaggy C, but Bailey and Swaggy C have their own blanket of photos. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just disgusting.
I'm not going down the
no,
Bailey and Swaggy C road again.
It is nice. It is nice. They have a very real relationship that you can tell that outside the challenge works perfectly, and they do seem as though they are very like happy. Even in like the beginning, they're like, let's not show everyone like we're a couple. They in the last season, they're like, let's not room together, let's not whatever. They're very much okay like being on their own, but they're better as a couple. And what? Good for them.
They remind me of people from high school that I didn't like, and just
okay. It sounds like a personal problem.
It rubs
sounds
me
like a
way.
personal problem, Paul.
We're
doing rapid fire. We're doing rapid fire.
Can I do an update?
James, is that okay?
Absolutely, but your internet's a little bit off right now. Okay, babe.
Mine is?
Yeah, a little bit.
Let me look.
Sorry, Zach. We're almost done.
Am I better? Yes?
Yeah, you're a little bit better.
So I have an update.
No, you're not
Jenny,
good.
No. I don't know. I mean, I can try and go outside. I don't know why it'd be bad. Let me see.
I don't know, but you see that, Paul, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
That's all right. We'll
a little
do it in post.
pixelated.
It's fine. We'll fix it in post edit. It's not a big deal at all. Like, I ran to the freezer to put my phone in there because my phone was too hot.
You took it out, right?
Yeah, he's not.
Holding it.
You took it out of the freezer? Okay. So before rapid fire, just a quick
No,
update.
no. Just wait a second. You'll say what you have to say when she's ready, so we can edit
All right,
it.
James, clap me in.
Yeah.
When we're ready to go.
Well, when she's.
I'm sweating so much.
Chris is on the challenge right now.
Yeah. I'm trying to get my red skull. Okay. Whew. Okay. This should be better. I'm a little bit closer to the house. Hi, Stan. Okay. Can you pause that for a second? Okay. Thank you. Okay.
So yeah, before we get into the last segment, rapid fire, where we just do rapid fire thoughts on characters. Quick house cleaning update. I have people with red skulls. 3 girls, 1 boy.
That's it?
Rogan is the only guy with a red skull. And then I have Jenny, Dee, and Jenna, women red skulls.
What? There's only 4 people. There's 7 episodes. Only.
Well, because Jay eliminated 2 people.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jay. Jay is a good guy.
Shout out Jay. He's probably just barefoot somewhere listening to Fish.
Okay, and then, all right, let's do rapid fire. You ready?
Rapid fire, ready?
I'm going to say a name. You say one word that you think about them, all right?
Okay.
Bananas.
Legend.
Idiot savant.
Wes.
Ginger.
Try hard.
D.
Lost a fight to a vacuum cleaner.
I'm going to say underdog.
Jordan.
Gangs of New York.
Bowl cut.
Fessy.
Who?
That's a good one. All right, we'll do 3 more. Bailey.
Loser.
Can I do
one word?
I'm going to choose scoff. An audible scoff.
Okay.
Maddie.
Is she still on the show?
Tree.
And
that's what I can think of.
Yes, I mean, and then last but not least, Rogan.
Ooh, honestly, I think of stripper because he was a stripper, and I think about it.
Dragon Ball Z character.
Okay, cool. And
wait, I have an update.
I have one more. If you want to go around.
I
Yeah,
have one.
Krista, do your update.
I have something I need to say. Jenny got all of her lip fillers dissolved. And she looks like a normal person now.
She no longer looks like a duck?
Yeah, she storied it. I'll send you guys a picture. She storied it on her Instagram. I was very
That's big
invested. I
news.
watched like 50 videos of it, and now she has normal lips.
That's big news.
I wanted to share.
James, what about Kayla and Bear? You want to do those rapid fire real fast?
Yeah, so
Kayla, go.
is oh, you want me to do it? I thought you were
It
asking
doesn't
me.
matter. We can just go around.
Okay, all right. Kayla is cute and Bear is a creep.
KB.
Kayla is a loser, and Bear is a man whore.
All right. I'm going to say Kayla's voice in her head has an echo, and Bear is a puss hound. And that's it for this week.
Great. Thanks for
fire.
I love you. I love that we all, this was definitely not for everybody. This is going to be thank you. Shout out to Zach Grace for honestly hopping on. This is clearly something that he was not expecting to do today. So shout out to my guy, Zach Grace, one of the newest members of the Sports Chill. Let me tell you something. That guy right there, he's going to be, in 5 years, the biggest name that you'll ever hear. I'm telling you right now. So shout out to Zach Grace. Paul, you're beautiful. I love you. KB, you're beautiful. I love you. Zach Grace, you're beautiful. I love you. SportsShill.com. Fire, fire, fire.